So it's been a while since I've had a catch up. Try and keep my vlogs regular, but that always goes out the window with one thing and another. So what have I been up to? Recently I've been doing Carp Wars. That's taken about 7 weeks out of my normal fishing, going all over the place, filming, been having matches against Dave Lane, Ian Russell, Ting Tong, Lee Moser Morris. Been a proper laugh. Camera crew have been wicked. Been something I've sort of never done full on before, so I've loved every minute of that. But I want to get back to my normal fishing now. Was going to go back to K1, but just don't fancy it at the moment. That might change. So I decided I'd have a go at a place. It's been a bit of a thorn in my side, which is the Rise, and it's not got as many fish as it used to have now, but as a plus side they've got a lot bigger. There's at least 10 40s in here, minimum. 2 of them could be £49 at the right time of the year, so I thought, why not give it a go? 25 minutes from my house. So yeah, here I am. Got down yesterday. Lake's always busy anyway, but it was busy. Guy was packing up in a swim. He had lost 2 in the weed, so I jumped straight in behind him. Very weedy up this end. Found a couple of clear spots at about 15 wraps, and I basically put a load of crushed bait out there. The only whole boilies in the swim are the ones on my hook, and they're wafters. So that was the plan of attack. First sort of night really I've ever done on here. I've done a few nights a few years ago, caught a 33 pounder. But yeah, so I've got the rods out, started to hear them on dark. Then this storm arrived. 50-60 mile an hour winds, absolutely hammering me all night. And it's thankfully calmed off a bit now. So I'm hoping by midday the wind's meant to have dropped to 15 miles an hour, which is going to be like a godsend after last night. Yeah, so I'm going to keep at it, keep you up to date about what's going on in here. It would be nice to catch a 40 pounder from here. I had the 50 at the start of the year, then a 46 from Kingsmead, and it would be nice to catch one out of the Rise and make it 3 40s from 3 waters in 1 year. It's a big ask. Mid-September, got a couple of weeks away, booked away as well. So I'm going to try and get down here 1 to 2 nights every week. Just crack on, fit in where I can, try and catch some good fish, and I'll keep you updated rig wise, bait wise, and to how it's doing my head in, which it can do on this place. Well, second night's come to an end, and I've got that sinking feeling that I'm going to blank. Happens to it, happens to us all. And I always say, at the end of failures comes success. You got to fail to get to where you want to get, and I accept that. So hopefully there will be some success. But I've learned a lot this session. Firstly, I didn't like the line pressure. They when I set up the other end, they really shied off of the amount of anglers that got in the area. Next morning they were down the other end, pushed right off of the angling pressure. So I moved down here, set up, tried not to make too much commotion. Last night they were over me, an absolute cow of a fish come out of the water, real big one, twice in fact, right near my rods, and I was laying here thinking, please go on. But it's probably a bit too much to ask on my first session. So I learned a lot. The water's gin clear. I'm probably going to go down the fluoro hook link route, try and, you know, camouflage everything up a little bit, because the takes seem to come day or night. Don't seem to be any bite time, so I will give it to about 11 or 12. Then I've got to shoot off to work. But yeah, if anything happens between now, I think it's about 9 o'clock now. If anything happens, I'll update you. But if not, I'll be back next week. New tact. It'll be going over in my head all the time now. Different ways to approach the water. I've only ever done 5 nights on here in about 8 years, but now it's time to really put a plan together and do something about catching them. Well, here we are again, back down the rise. Came down last week, 2-night blank. I'm back again for 2 nights. A lot better this week. We ain't got them 50 or 60 mile an hour winds. There's a 10 to 12 mile an hour wind coming down this end. A few fish showing. Not many anglers on, only 3 of us. Last week it was 10. So yeah, things are looking a lot better. Tried something a little bit different on 2 of the rods, put hinge stiff on one with a bit of corn and broken cell over the top. Nice yellow pop up so it matches that corn. Then on the other rod, an 18 miller with 18 millers around it, big baits. I've known some waters where big baits really work well, and other waters where tiny baits work well. And you know, it's all experimenting. I'm yet to have a fish out of here apart from one a few years ago when I popped down for a night, had a 33 pounder. But the start of this campaign has not done me a bite yet. I'm normally quite lucky, I normally get a fish quite quick, but it hasn't happened this time. But I'd like a bite this session because I'm off to Croatia in a week's time for a couple of weeks. Fishing and work with RidgeMonkey. Yeah, I know, poor me. But yeah, I'd like to get a fish out of the lake before I go. Hopefully the next 2 days will bring that. See what happens. I'm going to sit here now and just enjoy this lovely evening. Right, I don't know if this is the carp god of the rise, but come on mate, let's have a fish. Anything. Well, it's happened. I said I wanted to catch 3 40s from 3 different waters, just on dark, middle rod's gone, really slow dogged fight, and yeah, 42 pound mirror. I'm absolutely buzzing off my tits. I'm so happy. I really didn't think I'd get it. You know, I was going to put in a good autumn campaign on here up till Christmas. Going to Croatia next week, so I knew I was going to lose 2 or 3 weeks time there. And yeah, fucking hell, first bite, 42 pound. Can't believe it. Excellent. Had to do night shots, but yeah, don't like sacking fish. Wicked. I'll show you the photos. Still got 2 nights left. See what happens. Yes. Well, it's a lovely autumn morning, mist drifting across the lake. Loads of bird life out there. Just got a few bleeps, so I think they picked up one of my rods. But brilliant news. In the night I had a 29/8 mirror. Got the rod back out and it went down lovely. So I was feeling really confident. Literally just on first light. Got another take on that rod. Really slow, heavy, dogged fight. Had it on for quite a while. Eventually I netted this massive ball of weed, and I looked in there and there was one of the 2 linears. Very rare. I'm not even sure this fish has been out in a year. Could not believe it when I looked in. I was only talking to a friend about it a couple of days ago. I've weighed her 42 pounds 12 ounces. Overused word in carp fishing, but she's awesome. I'm just going to let this light come up a little bit, and then hopefully I can get one of these lads to come around and do a photo and a little bit of video, and we'll have a look at her. Wicked. What a morning. So the size 4 M-Tech Chod hook, brilliant hook, one I've had a lot of input into, and I'll show you the best rig I like to fish it on, which is the Earl Grey rig. And there you've got a size 4 chod hook, Milky Toffee pop-up, 16mm mainline, 2 inches of 25-pound nylon extra stiff chod material, joined together by a Palomar knot onto some soft coated braid, which is some lovely stuff, which is going to be coming out in our range soon as well. And it's got that lovely hinge movement. But yeah, catch a lot of fish on this rig. If you don't use it, get on it, give it a go. Mad hook holds, wicked.